Welcome to Canada. Right now we're in Edmundston, and that's where the entire following video is going to be in. I'm on foot, so I can't go anywhere else. Getting over the border was really easy. Just had to stop at the border station, and because it was my first time in Canada, I had to stop at the immigration office, and they do something behind the counter, and they told me, "Oh, enjoy your stay in Canada." So overall, really easy. It took 20 minutes or so. It took longer to cross the bridge than to get through the border. But right now, I'm in front of, honestly, one of the main reasons I wanted to come over here. Behind me is the church, is the Cathedral of Immaculate Conception. It's a Roman Catholic church, and actually not very old, only 1927, but it's built in this amazing Gothic style. Whenever I was over in on the other side of the river, the main reason I wanted to come over here is come and take a look at this. Honestly, I was thinking that it would be just like northern Maine up here. It's been a really pleasant surprise to see that it's actually very different from the US, even though the US is a mile away. It's really similar to pictures and videos of Europe that I've seen. More similar than I was expecting. It's very English friendly here. You don't need to speak French to be here, it doesn't appear. Everything is in English and French, so you can it seems like you can get along just fine. If that changes, I'll let you know. I just got here, but everything seems to be very bilingual here, just like you would think. Well, right now I'm headed over to a little coffee shop that looks pretty good. And it has a name. My French pronunciation is okay. I generally know how things are supposed to sound, but I'm not gonna even try with this one. So at this point, I was going to try and say their name in a funny accent, but the guy in there was so nice. The store is so nice. An issue to maybe think about when you're really close to the border is... So I didn't carry any cash over here because I was reading that pretty much everywhere here accepts cards. And my bank account's a little bit low right now, and for different reasons, it's a little hard for me to get cash right now. So when I was here, I got my order, and I pulled out my card to pay, and the machine wasn't working because their computer thinks that they're in Maine right now. And because they're a Canadian account doing business in the US, I guess their Square cash register doesn't allow them to do that. So thank you to this coffee shop for giving me a free coffee. I really needed it, and really appreciate it. So if, on the off chance you're coming to Edmundston, come to that place. Man, I got ripped off. I got charged $35 for Monopoly money. Canada's terrible. Oh, it's finally lunchtime. Now, this next place I'm going to has an even funnier name. It's called Moonshiners. Wow. I just had one of the best lunches I've ever had. I had a Belgian triple, fish and chips, some poutine, and a scotch that was recently discontinued here in Canada. I'm not sure if it was discontinued because it was bad or people didn't like it, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. And man, the service here is just very, very good. And I think in the US, you would expect that to lunch to have been, I don't know, maybe like $55-$60 or so. But here it was like $35 US. It's just, I don't know, I'm a little bit falling in love with Canada. I'm going to go ahead and decide that the finale of this video is going to be trying Canadian Tim Hortons. I tried American Tim Hortons less than 24 hours ago, and I was sure that people were going to say, oh no, Canadian Tim Hortons is totally better. I suspect it's not going to be that much different, but this is going to be the last place I'm going to be on the border of Canada that has a sizable town on the other side of the US border. So it's now or never to try Tim Hortons in Canada. So exactly what I thought was going to happen happened. They do not have the steak and cheese panini here. What they do have here is the Club à l'eau Tim, which is a bacon and something club. Looks good. It's just not a equal comparison because it's not the same menu item. But let's give it a shot. Thus ends my beautiful day. In Canada. Tim Hortons, honestly, the one in Canada, the one here in Edmundston, Canada, was worse than the one in Madawaska, Maine. So if anything, I feel like the US Tim Hortons is better than the Canadian one. Sorry, Canada. Well, I'm going to close the video out here. I'm gonna spend the rest of my loonies at the local dive bar, and I might see you guys on the other side of the US. Other than that, I'm glad you guys followed me along on my first international trip, and I will catch you guys on the next day. See ya.